climate change, rising sea levels, erosion, coastal flooding, extreme weather events, loss of biodiversity. The urgency to protect our coast has never been greater. But together, we can do something about it. The world's coastlines are the guardians of life. They're the meeting point of two worlds, where land meets water. Our coasts are at the center of our life on Earth. 40% of the world's population lives within 100 kilometers of a coast. For some countries like Australia, the number is much bigger, with 87% of its population in 2019. Coasts are dynamic, changing constantly. They are home to a diverse ecosystem of marine life. They are habitats for countless species and play a major role in maintaining the balance of our planet's ecosystems. They are economic powerhouses, driving industry, trade and tourism, creating jobs and economic growth. Communities rely on them. They are vital, but vulnerable. So, what are the solutions to protect them? Well, there are multiple approaches: soft, hard, hybrid. Join us on a journey to discover them. Let's dive right in.
The coastline has so much value to so many people, and me included. The coastline means so much to me, and going to the beach means so much to me, and it's a big part of Australian culture and a big part of why I love where we live. And I think protecting that is just so important.
So what are hard structures? Let's play a game. Look around your local beach. What can you spot that looks like it isn't supposed to be there? It's pretty hard to miss. Hard structures are highly visible man-made coastal structures that are usually built using materials that do not form naturally, such as steel and concrete. There are many different man-made structures that help protect us and our coastlines. We have structures such as artificial headlands, groins, jetties, and seawalls. Now, you must be thinking, how do these structures protect us? Well, it is engineered to absorb the energy of waves, preventing erosion and flooding. They help combat erosion in regions with limited sediment or to prevent excessive buildup in sediment-rich areas like coastal inlets. There is a reason why hard engineering is a coastal management technique that is more commonly known and seen than other solutions. They are able to provide an immediate form of protection from erosion and flooding. It also proves to be highly effective in high-energy wave areas. So why do we still see so many hard structures?
If that's very obvious, then generally community sentiment is that they want a very visual solution to that issue. So if you can see that your car park's falling into the ocean, most community members will come and they'll say, we want you to build a seawall. We want you to build groins. We want to be able to see what you guys are doing and be able to visualize it.
Unfortunately, hard measures have their own faults. These structures are expensive, short-term solutions, and often they can have a negative impact on the environment. Waves can erode seawalls, which defeats its purpose and is hard to maintain. Installing hard engineering structures such as groins in one coastal location can have detrimental effects further down the coast by depleting the sand supply to the beach area immediately downdrift of the structure.
Soft structures and soft engineering approaches to combat coastal erosion focus on nature-based solutions. This is when the natural environment has been used to help absorb wave energy and ultimately reduce coastal erosion. Soft structures include beach nourishment, where sand is added to the beaches to increase their width, height and ability to withstand erosion or flooding, dune restoration, which involves planting vegetation and constructing sand dunes to protect the coast from erosion, and planting wave-attenuating marine ecosystems such as seagrass or kelp. This will cause drag on the seafloor, reducing wave energy. They can also reduce water depth, causing waves to break further from the shore, ultimately reducing coastal erosion. Soft structures also have a range of benefits other than their job of protecting the coast from erosion. These include the aesthetics. Which beach do you think looks nicer? Well, to me, the second option looks far nicer, and it is a positive byproduct of choosing natural solutions.
But there's so much other benefit, like aesthetically, of course, but also like environmentally for all of the ecosystems that then thrive in our dune environment.
Everyone has a strong connection and love for the beach, and aesthetically, soft structures are calmer and look less destructive when compared to groins, seawalls and other hard structures. Soft measures are typically considered to be more sustainable as they integrate with the natural environment and require less maintenance. They can be more cost-effective in the long run as they adapt to changing conditions and can grow over time. Planting vegetation and constructing sand dunes not only protect the coast from erosion, but they also provide a habitat for plants and animals.
Natural solutions have a really, really big place in the future because at the moment we're kind of putting out fires. Coastal management as a very specific discipline and a focus area is quite new. And the fires are those areas where you can see erosion and it's very obvious and houses are being impacted and all that kind of stuff. So I think nature-based solutions and natural solutions are going to come in a very big way in a few years.
Despite all the positives mentioned, there are also many limitations and drawbacks of soft solutions. Some approaches, such as sand enrichment, require maintenance over time with the constant replenishing of sand onto the beach. Soft structures aren't as stable or secure in big storm events, and they have limited applicability. Kelp or seagrass, for example, may not grow in a particular area, or they could get eaten by other marine animals. While soft structures have many benefits, and there are scenarios where they are very beneficial, with all things considered, the actual soft structures aren't that effective at reducing coastal erosion when compared to hard or especially hybrid structures.
We don't do a lot of natural solutions and we haven't done in the past. And I think that that's a really exciting area and quite a new area that's going to explode, I think, in the kind of near future.
Hybrid are the combination of built and natural solutions. The natural and traditional methods don't have to be mutually exclusive, they can work together hand in hand. The combination of approaches can capitalize on the strengths of both soft and hard while aiming to minimize the weaknesses of each. Although this approach is a growing industry, it exhibits a huge potential in the future of coastal protection and needs to be supported for further research. There are already established projects in different parts of the world. The Marsh Reef Star project is a holistic approach to reef restoration. The reef stars are hexagonal in shape, made from locally sourced materials. The frame is covered in a layer of coral sand, which encourages corals and other animals to settle. The final step is a range of sustainably collected coral fragments tied to the top to complete the reef star. Reef stars have been very popular throughout Indonesia and Southeast Asia, but are becoming increasingly global throughout time. The stars stabilize loose rubble and provide a strong platform for outplanted coral to grow. After a few years, the coral completely overgrows and engulfs the reef stars, which become fully integrated into the reef structure. This creates new habitats for fish and invertebrates and encourages the settlement of additional native corals. CYO Connor Beach in Western Australia is an example of local responses to coastal challenges. The shoreline in the area is eroded by more than 50 meters over the past 20 years. They invested in a hybrid solution, artificial reef. The project is built on an initial trial in Mauritius funded by the UN Development Programme. The reef is composed of 135 precast concrete modules installed 100 meters offshore. The concrete structure typical of hard engineering, helps attenuate wave energy. The unique design featuring holes of different sizes and shapes encourages the recruitment of marine species, promoting the ecological benefits often associated with natural solutions. While erosion will still occur to some degree, the reef will slow its rate, minimizing the quantity and frequency of sand nourishment, and allowing for a greater, more stable sand dune buffer to establish along the shoreline. Hybrid solutions can strengthen the social, economic, and ecological resilience of coast and maintain the provisioning of coastal ecosystem services and prevent the loss of life and property. It is time we take a new approach that has the best of both worlds.
As our journey along the world's coastlines draws to a close, it has become evident that relying solely on conventional methods for coastal protection falls short. Throughout our expedition, we've witnessed the transformative potential of hybrid approaches, a harmonious blend of scientific advancements, innovative strategies, and community-driven solutions. The time has come for all stakeholders, spanning governments, NGOs, coastal communities, and businesses, to recognize the complexity of this challenge. This isn't just about safeguarding our shores, it's about preserving our way of life, the rich biodiversity, and the countless opportunities that our coastlines offer. We must act now. It's not just a choice, it's a responsibility, a duty to our planet and to each other.